Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back. This will be my second read aloud. This is called Knock Knock, My Dad's Dream for Me. I really love this book. It's really amazing. You'll hear me say I probably love all the books that I read because I'm a reading teacher, obviously. But I really do love this book. It's a really good book. And if we just look at the cover, my first question is going to be, what do we think this book is going to be about? Like, what could this book be about? It's called Knock Knock, My Dad's Dream for Me. And remember, anytime I pose a question, perfect time to pause it so that your student or child is able to give you some type of response. If you want any of the responses, like you feel like what your child said might have been wrong, or you want to know a little bit more of a correct answer, you can definitely message me and ask me, and I'll definitely let you know. So again, this is Knock Knock, My Dad's Dream for Me. And for everybody that tuned in yesterday or shared it or liked it, I appreciate it so much. Every morning, I play a game with my father. He goes, knock, knock, on my door, and I pretend to be asleep till he gets right next to my bed. Then I get up and jump into his arms. Good morning, Papa. And my papa, he tells me, I love you. We share a game. Knock, knock. And then one day, the knock never comes. I wait, but Papa's not there to play our game. So what do we think might have happened to the dad? Where did he go? And morning after morning, he never comes. He never comes to help me get ready for school. So I want to stop right there. And this is just me thinking, I love how the illustrator drew these two characters' faces, the boy and I'm inferring that this is the mother, their faces. Look at their faces. And I can infer that they're probably really sad. Okay, obviously the boy is sad because the dad hasn't shown up to play the game or has been there to send them off to school. But also the mom, and I think about, I'm not a parent, but I think about a parent having to see their child hurt because another parent isn't necessarily in the picture. So I see both of their pain. I can inference that they're both hurting because this one parent isn't in the picture. He never comes to cook my favorite scrambled eggs. He never comes to help me with my homework after school. I listen at the door, but I never hear his knock. And then I think, maybe he comes when I'm not home. So I decide to write him a letter and leave it on my desk. Papa, come home, 'cause I miss you. Miss you waking me in the mornings and telling me that you love me. Papa, come home, 'cause there are things I don't know. And when I get older, I thought you could teach me how to dribble a ball, how to shave, how to drive, how to fix the car. Papa, come home, 'cause I want to be just like you, but I'm forgetting who you are. So I do want to say that right now the boy is writing this letter to his father, and I want you to notice how the illustrator uses the author's words that the boy is forgetting what his father looks like by the illustrations. So here we start off with his picture and his big face, and he's there. And as we slowly start to transcend from building to building, as we're going down the street, we notice that you can see the dad's faces in the windows. But as we get to the edge of the page, he's no longer there. So the illustrator is doing a really good job to help us visualize that this boy is starting to forget what his father looked like. 2 whole months pass, and my letter to my papa still sits on my desk. But I leave it, and I wait for Papa's knock. Do we think Papa's coming back? And if not, where did he go? And then one day I come home from school, and on my desk I find a letter from my father. To my dear son. Dear son, ask your mama to help you make those scrambled eggs we love. Remember to do your homework before you watch TV. I'm sorry, I will not be coming home. So I want to stop on this page for a second. And I want you to notice. The boy is staring at you, right? And he has something in front of his face. So if you've already guessed it, it's the letter. So the illustrator gave us the letter, but see-through so that we could see the boy's face as he's reading this letter. So again, we see him here, looking at the letter, reading it. But here, the illustrator really gives us a good idea of what this boy's facial expressions look like as he's reading this letter. For every lesson I will not be there to teach you, hear these words. As you grow older, shave in one direction with strong, deliberate strokes to avoid irritation. My next question. What is the illustrator trying to show us right here in this image? He starts off the little boy, and then the images get bigger. What is the author trying to show, or the illustrator trying to show us here? What's happening to the boy? Dribble the page with the brilliance of your ballpoint pen. So I'm making the inference that this must be the boy grown up. That this is him grown up as an adult. And I can also make the inference that he's probably now a construction worker or somebody that is like an engineer. And I can make that inference because I see the blueprints. I see the hard hat. There's a crane in the window of what I'm assuming is his office. So there's a lot of inferences that we can make from this page. I mean, I can even maybe inference what this document is that's framed, that's on his wall. No longer will I be there to knock on your door, so you must learn to knock for yourself. Knock, knock, down the doors that I could not. Who do you think is with the boy now as he's grown up and he's holding hands with this little child and this woman? Who are they? Who do you think they are? Knock, knock to open new doors to your dreams. Knock, knock for me, For as long as you become your best, the best of me still lives in you. So again, we have the boy grown up, and we can maybe infer that this is his family now. Knock, knock, with the knowledge that you are my son and you have a bright, beautiful future. For despite my absence, you are still here. So then we have these 2 pages, and I want you to just explain what's happening here. What's going on? What's in the box? Knock, knock. Who's there? You are. The end. Okay, so reason why I chose this book is that I know that a lot of kids can relate of having like a missing parent, maybe absent from their lives, whether it's from incarceration, death, just not being there, or being in and out. A lot of kids can relate to this book. The reason why the author wrote this is because he had an experience where his father wasn't in his life. So he wrote it to where kids all across the world or wherever can infer whatever it is that they want to infer about the dad, where the dad went, because there's no right or wrong answer. So he doesn't give you that definite, oh, this is where the dad was, because he wants every kid to connect to it using their own experiences. So again, I hope you enjoyed this book. Tomorrow I will be reading Dear Black Boy, and I'm super excited to let you guys hear this one. All right, see you tomorrow.